Good morning, my dear students. Hope all are fine and safe too. I think all of you enjoyed to do the assignment that I gave to you. That is a variety assignments that compared to the other subjects, is it? Yes. So all are done with very enthusiasm and very interesting, I think, because when I got the messages from you or the replays or the answers from you, I feel that presence. Okay. Yes. So we'll not wait for the exam. We'll continue with the next chapter because we want to finish as early as possible our chapters, because 10th standard next year you are moving to, or you are promoted to a 10th standard. So before that we want to cover our 9th standard portions. Okay, so we'll move to the chapter directly. Okay, next chapter is what? Do you know what is the next chapter? Yes, next chapter is chapter 7. Chapter 7, triangles. Chapter 7, triangles. Okay, the additional questions based on lines and angles I will give you on Saturday. You have to go through that. Okay, maybe Tuesday there will be a test paper for this chapter, that is lines and angles only I put, because others you can easily done. And the number system you already studied. Polynomials I think no need, because some are confusions in that, but you have to go through that. And if I got the time, I will conduct the TP based on the polynomials. Okay, and the linear equations, coordinate geometry, you already submitted the assignment, so no need of that. And then lines and angles I need, because in this chapter also we want to apply the lines and angles properties. So I want to conduct the TP for the lines and angles. Maybe on Tuesday I will inform you, but maybe on Tuesday you have the revision exam or the test paper based on lines and angles, and coming Saturday I will give you the additional questions based on the lines and angles. Okay, so you have to work out, and if doubt is there you can ask me. Then shall we move to the chapter triangles? Yes, what do you mean by triangles? Yes, that is a three-sided closed polygon is triangle. You already know, is it? That is triangles. I am just drawing one triangle. Okay, so I'll name it as ABC. I'll name it as ABC. So can you say what are the sides of this triangle? What are the sides of the triangle? AB, then AC, BC, then AC. Three sides are there. So how many angles are there? Yes, three angles. What are the angles? Angle A, angle B, angle C. Okay, three angles are there, three sides are there. How many vertices are there? Three vertices. What are the vertices? A, B, C. Now you can understand what is the difference between angle and vertices. Angle means angle A you have to mention, that is the degree is there. Okay, this degree is there, some degree, maybe 30 degree, 40 degree, maybe degree is there. And vertices means what? The join of the two sides. So point only we have to write. Okay, so that is the difference between angle and the vertices. Both are same, but while notation that is will be little bit different. Okay, so triangle means what? Three-sided polygon. So three sides will be there, three angles will be there, and three vertices will be there. Okay, so sometimes while you are imagine that, or you have doubt while I am saying this much basic things, because all the basic things you have to be cleared in this section itself, because in the previous section also, or the previous chapter wise, I am discussing all the important points of this chapter first, then only I move to solve the problems. Okay, that's why I am saying. So what is angle, then sides, then vertices. Three concepts you have to keep clear. Okay, then this is actually the continuation, not continuation, exact copy of the chapter the triangles and its properties that you studied in 7th standard. Same, nothing you have to thought more, but only the basic concepts, that is a little bit one level is higher, that's all, because in that section, in that chapter, in the 7th standard, just studying about the basic concepts based on congruence of triangles and its properties only. Okay, but here we are discussing little bit higher than that. Same concept, no additional information will be added in this chapter. Same concepts only, but problems may be asked in the another way. That's all. Okay, so triangles, I hope all of you clear these much things: sides, angles and vertices of a triangle. Okay, so now we'll move to the next section where we are applying this. So what is the specialty of studying this chapter? Okay, that is the basic thing you want to know. So you already know about the congruent figures. Okay, what do you mean by congruent figures? Yes, very fine example is that when you place a book over the another, both are exactly the same. Such figures are said to be what? Congruent figures. For example, I am just taking two bangles here. Please go through the two bangles. Okay, I am placing one bangle over the another. Placing one bangle over the another. Both looks exactly the same. Okay, so please look here. Both look exactly the same. So this means that these two bangles are congruent figures. Okay, because when we are placing one over the another, both are of the same size and same shape, or both look exactly the same. Such figures are said to be, or such objects are said to be congruent objects or congruent figures. One more example I show you. This is the two ID cards, election ID cards. Okay, so I am placing one ID card over the another. Clear? So both look exactly the same, is it? So this is an example of congruent figure. Okay, one more example I show. This is the two photographs. Okay, I am placing one photograph over the other. Both are exactly same, but one condition is that both the photographs are of same size. If you are taking the stamp size photos, both will be what? Stamp size photo. If you are taking both long size or the postcard size photo, both will be of the same size. If you are taking the stamp, both will be of the same size. That thing you have to compulsory, you have to remember. Okay, so these are some examples from our daily life. I am going through the congruence of triangles. Some more examples you can choose, but say, two blades of the same company that are exactly the same, and two scales of the same company, or camel scale you can take, or Natraj, or so many companies are there. So same companies, two scales of same size, that are also congruent figures. Okay, mobile phones of the same company. You can find so many examples from day-to-day life handling with what? Congruent figures. And one nice example is that coins, 1 rupee coin of the same size and shape, placing one over the another, exactly the same, is it? And the notes also you can take 100 rupee notes of the new note. Okay, not the old note. If you are taking the new note, both will be of new note. If you are taking the old note, both will be of that same type. Then only we can say that both are congruent figures. Okay, these are some examples of congruent. I think all of you clear about the concept of congruent. Because if you didn't understand the concept of congruence, then the rest of the portions will not be understand. Okay, so please remember, congruent means what? When placing one over the another, both look exactly the same. Such figures are said to be congruent figures. Okay, in this chapter, we are discussing about the congruence of triangles. Okay, did you recall what all things you studied in the 7th standard? Congruence. So while before entering into congruence, they are discussing about the congruence of line. You remember congruence of line, then congruence of angle. So many examples. Then only we move to the congruence of triangles. Is it? But here we are moving directly to the congruence of triangles because you already studied in 7th standard, the basic concept. That's why. Okay. So if you got the textbook, you can go through that. Then this chapter will be easy for you. Now you can easily solve the 7th standard portions because your thinking level is 2 steps more. So you can easily find the solutions for that. So if you got the textbook of 7th standard, you please go through that. That is the triangles and its properties chapter plus what? The congruent triangles, that chapter. 2 chapters you have to go through. Okay. So shall we start the chapter? Yes, congruent triangles. So congruent triangles. How will you understand two triangles are congruent? Okay. So for that purpose, we need, if you want to say about congruence, we need two objects. Is it? So only one object or one triangle I drawn here, triangle ABC, and just I am marking this as this is 3 centimeter. and this is 4 centimeter and this is 6 centimeter, just for the sake of understanding only. Okay, so I am drawing one more triangle here. So P, Q, R, and this will be 4 centimeter and this will be 6 centimeter and this will be 3 centimeter. Just I am taking one example only, so please don't forgive that both are same size. This is 4 centimeter, so this much is wasn't. Don't need to think like that because I am just drawing a rough figure only. Okay, so while go through these two triangles, at a look you have to go to the measurements. Okay, so here this measurement is what 3 centimeter. So you have to go through whether any triangle, whether any side is there of 3 centimeters. Is there any side of 3 centimeter? Yes. What is that here? Is it? So you can write it as, what is this side? AB. So AB will be equal to what here it is? RP. Okay. If you need, you can write 3 centimeter. Then we'll move to the next one. 4 centimeter here. Is it? Is there any side there? In triangle PQR, any side there of 4 centimeter? Yes, you can identify here, that is 4 centimeter. So we can write here it is what? BC. BC will be equal to what? QP, or we can write as PQ. Reason is what? 4 centimeter each. Okay, then we will move to the 6 centimeter side here. Is there any side there? Yes, here also 6 centimeter side is there. So you can write AC will be equal to what? RQ. AC will be equal to RQ. Within bracket you can write that is 6 centimeter. Okay, so we will identify that 3 sides of this triangle are equal to 3 sides of this triangle, but the sides are maybe changed. That's no problem. But 3 sides, one we can find 1 6 centimeter here, then 3 centimeter here, then 4 centimeter here, so that we can easily find what 1 centimeter here or 3 centimeter here also 3 centimeter. That is what we can write. AB will be equal to RP, BC will be equal to QP, and AC will be equal to RQ. Okay, so we can say that while we placing this triangle over this one, or we can place this over this one, we can find that both will be equal. What is the reason? Because all the sides are equal. Okay, so we want to move to the correspondence we have to write. Okay, so listen here please. Okay, listen here please. The correspondence, that is also important. You have to write in the terms of congruence, is it? So we need correspondence. So what we have to do is you have to write the corresponding vertices. So corresponding angles you have to write. Listen here please. How will you find that? Okay. So here, what is A here? A is what? A is a side joining what? 3 centimeter and 6 centimeter. That is a vertex A. Okay. So you have to write A corresponds to which letter here. Okay. A is the joining of which two lines? 3 centimeter and 6 centimeter. So you have to go through the figure which is the meeting point of the lines 3 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Which is a line here 3 centimeter, this one, and 6 centimeter, this one. Joining the point is what? R. Okay. So that A corresponds to what? R. Okay. Then we will move to the next one, that is B. B corresponds to. So here B is what? Joining of the lines what? 3 centimeter and 4 centimeter. Here which is the letter joining 3 centimeter and 4 centimeter? Please identify that. So B corresponds to what? B is the joining of 3 and 4 centimeter. Here 3 and 4 centimeter joining point is what? P. So B corresponds to P. Next letter is what? C. C corresponds to. C is joining of what? 6 centimeter and 4 centimeter. So here, which is the point joining the line 6 centimeter and 4 centimeter? Here it is Q. Okay, so what we can say? A corresponds to the letter R, and B corresponds to P, and C corresponds to Q. So we can write it as triangle ABC congruent. Do you remember the sign congruence? One equal to sign and one zigzag line. Okay, this is a sign of congruent. Triangle ABC congruent to what? Triangle. You have to write the same letter R, P, Q. Okay, R, P, Q. We can't change the order because here A is corresponds to R, and B is corresponds to P, and C is corresponds to Q. We can't write triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. That is wrong. Because we have to write first in terms of the corresponding parts, then only we have to write the congruence. Okay, now you understood what, did you remember what is the term CPCT? One CPCT, you already studied 7th. What is CPCT? Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Corresponding parts means here AB corresponds to the, which side of this figure? RP. So AB corresponds to RP, then BC corresponds to what? QP, and AC corresponds to QR. That is the corresponding parts of congruent triangles. That is, if two triangles are congruent, then one point or the one angle or one vertex is corresponds to another vertex of the second congruent. Likewise, all the angles and the sides all are equal. Equal means what? That's a term we are denoting as congruent. Hope you clear the concept. So the important word is CPCT. CPCT means what? The corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Corresponding parts means what? Here A corresponds to R, B corresponds to P, C corresponds to, this sign indicates that corresponds. A corresponds to R, B corresponds to P, then C corresponds to Q. Likewise. And congruence, while writing the congruence, what you have to do is you have to write the congruent with corresponding parts correctly. If it is wrong, then the answer will be wrong. Hope you clear the first concept, that is congruence of triangle. How will you notate the congruence of triangle and what is CPCT? These messages you have to keep in your mind throughout this chapter. Okay, then we will move to the criteria of congruence. So please, hope you clear up to this. No need to write anything now. I will give you the notes. Okay, so no need to write the notes now. So please listen here carefully. Yes, criteria for congruence of triangles. Do you remember the criteria? What are the criteria or what are the conditions for the congruence? Anyone remember? Yes, there are 4 criteria that you studied. When I am saying the first one, others you can easily identify. What are the criteria? First one is SAS. Then ASA. Then SSS. Then RHS. These are the 4 criteria that you studied in the 7th standard to prove the congruence or to identify the given triangles are congruent or not. Okay, so what is the represents? What is S? What is A? S means what? Side. Okay, S represents what? Side. And A represents what? S represents side. And A represents angle. S represents side and A represents angle. And the first one is what? SAS. SAS. SAS means what? Side, then angle, then side. Side, angle, side. Is it? What is SAS? SAS means what? Side, angle, side. Okay, first you have to go to the abbreviations, then we will explain each and every one. Okay, then ASA. ASA means what? Angle. Then S means what? Side. Again, A means what? Angle. Okay, the next one is what? SS means what? Side, side, side. The next one is RHS, little bit different, is it? R represents with right angle. R represents with what? Right angle. Okay, and H represents what? Hypotenuse. Do you know what is hypotenuse? The longest side of the triangle. Do you remember what are the specialities of the hypotenuse? Yes, we will discuss later. And what S represents what? Side. Wherever S is there, that represents side, and wherever A is there, that represents angle, and R represents right angle, H represents hypotenuse. Okay, then these are the 4 things you already studied in 7th standard, and one additional also there, that is AAS. AAS, that is angle, side. AAS means what? Angle, side, because that is an alternative of this one, so both will be same. Okay, I'll explain. What is SAS? SAS means what? Side, ankle, side. Is it? That means two sides are there, and if the where angle is lies between what? Two sides. Is it? Because when we are writing a side, angle, side, this angle is what? Lie between what? Two sides. Is it? Angle is lying between two sides. For example, I am drawing two triangles here. Listen here please. Two triangles here. Okay. And I name them as A, B, C. Here it is P, Q, R. Okay. So side angle side means if this is 3 centimeter, this will be 3 centimeter. And this will be 4 centimeter. Here this becomes 4 centimeter. And this angle is 30 degree. And this one also 30 degree. Okay. We got two triangles ABC and triangle PQR, and in that triangle I just go through that. There is here 3 centimeter, this one is 4 and this one is 30 degree. Here also I wrote. Then if you want to apply SAS congruence rule here, the condition is that sides should be same. That is 3 sides. So first one is okay. Okay. Then next one is what? Angle. Here it is 30 degree, here it is 30 degrees. So angles we can easily say. Then here it is 4 centimeter, here also 4 centimeter. But one thing you have to keep in your mind, the angle should be what? Included one, because those angle is formed by the adjacent sides of this triangle. Here it is 3, here it is 4. Joining of that point only 30 degree here. Here also we want to sure that the joining of the lines 3 and 4 is 30 degree. Okay, that you have to keep in mind, because if the 30 degree is not here, sometimes it may be here, then can we say these two triangles are congruent? No. Why? Because here the angle is what? Included one, but here it is not included. If it is not included, then what we can't apply this criterion SAS. SAS means what? Two sides and the included angle. Okay, so how can we say the congruence there? If two triangles are congruent when the two sides and the included angle, two sides and the included angle of a triangle are equal to two sides and included angle of another triangle. Hope you clear this concept. SAS means what? Two sides and the included angle of a triangle are equal to two sides and the included angle of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Okay, hope you clear that concepts. Then I will move to the third one. After that I will move to the second one. Okay, third one means what? SAS. What is the speciality of SAS? Side. Because side. Is it? So what is meaning of a side? Because if it is 3 centimeter, I will just draw the figure here. So please go through that. I will just draw two triangles. Then you want to say whether the triangles are congruent or not. Okay. So I will draw here X, Y, Z, and one more triangle here, that is P, Q, R, and this will be 2 centimeter, this will be 3 centimeter, and this will be 6 centimeter. Here it becomes 2 centimeter, 6 centimeter, 3 centimeter. So you want to say whether these two triangles are congruent or not. How will you identify that? First of all, here 2 centimeter is there. Is there any side here 2 centimeter? Having 2 centimeter? Yes, this one. Then 6 centimeter here. Is there any side there? Yes, here. And here it is 3 centimeter. Is there any side there? 3. So we can say side. That is 3 sides of a triangle are equal to what? 3 sides of another triangle. Then the triangles are congruent. Or we can say that if two triangles are congruent, then 3 sides of a triangle are equal to 3 sides of another triangle. So hope you clear the concept. That is easy one. If it is 5.9, we can't say, because exactly the same. If it is 6 centimeter here, there must be a side having 6 centimeter. If it is 5.9, then that will not be what? Congruent. Exact copy. That is, if it is here, whatever may be in the first triangle, all those things will be in the second triangle also. So hope you clear this SAS means what? Side. That is, if two triangles are congruent, if three sides of a triangle are equal to three sides of another triangle. So hope you clear this one. Then we will move to the RHS. So what do you mean by RHS congruence rule? What do you mean by RHS congruence rule? So what do you mean by RHS congruence? R means right angle. So RHS congruence rule is apply only for right triangles. Okay, that you have to keep in your mind. RHS means what? The two triangles must be right angle. Okay, now you want to mark the right angle there. So I mark A, B, C, and here I mark at X, Y, Z. Okay, I want to say whether these two triangles are congruent or not. So for that purpose I am writing here it is, this is 5 centimeter, this will be 5 centimeter, and this will be 3 centimeter, this will be 3 centimeter. Okay, I want to check whether these two triangles are congruent or not. For that purpose, what is the condition for RHS? One right angle must be there. Here is there any right angle? Yes. So this box. So this represents 90 degree. So here one right angle is there. Here also one right angle is there. Next one is what? Hypotenuse must be equal. Here it is 5 centimeter. Here is 5 centimeter. That's also equal. So right angle is there. Hypotenuse there. Then one side. Any one side should be equal. Here it is 3 centimeter. Corresponds to here it is 3 centimeter. So any one side. Either it may be base or it may be altered. Any one side must be equal. That is the specialty of RHS congruence rule. So side should be equal. So what are the conditions for RHS congruence rule? One right angle is there. Hypotenuse must be equal. That is compulsory. Other two sides on hypotenuse must be equal. Then either of the remaining sides should be equal. Either it may be base or it may be altered. That is not matter. So hope you clear this one. RHS congruence rule. RHS congruence rule means what? How can we define that? If two triangles are congruent, then the right angle, hypotenuse and one side of a triangle are equal to right angle, hypotenuse and side of another triangle. That's all for RHS congruence rule. Okay, then now I'll move to the important concept, that is ASA congruence rule. ASA congruence rule. ASA congruence rule means that if you have two triangles X, Y, Z, and then next one is what? PQR, two triangles, and angle, side angle, that means two angles. So I'll mark this as angle 30 degree and this as angle 50 degree. Okay, here I mark this as 30 degree, this as 50 degree, and this one has 2 centimeter, this one has 2 centimeter. So when we are applying ASA criterion, what we can say, the angle, side angle, that means two angles and the included side. So listen here please, here 30, 50. So here also 30, 50, and the side is already given as attached because that line segment, the ending point is the angle, is it? So we can say that these two triangles are congruent. So what is the specialty? Angle, side angle. Likewise you have to go through. That is the angle, side angle or ASA congruence. So this is same as what? AAS. Both are same. Because if we are not given the side, common side, that is this will not be given. Somewhere it placed here 2 centimeter. And this will not be placed the included side, but here it may be placed. So we can definitely say that these two triangles are congruent. What is the reason? Because whenever any two angles of a triangle are congruent to or equal to any two sides, because here it is 30, here it is 50. So what is this angle? Maybe 30 plus 50 is 80. So angles and property 180. Total angles of a triangle is what? 180 degree. So 180 minus 80 is what? This will be 100 degree. Okay. While moving to this also, here it is 30, here it is 50. So this angle will be what? 100 degree. Okay. So we can say that whenever the two triangles are congruent, so what is additional condition? Any two of the angles and a common side. Any two of the angles and a side. Any one side. Not the common included one, but any side. Only any one of the sides are equal. Then we can say that congruent. That is AAS congruence. So AAS means what? Angle, side. That is any two angles and any one side. So hope you clear this. So they both are same. ASA and AAS are same. Only one difference is that here it is included one and here it is not included any one side. So hope you clear these messages. So we want to write the notes. So based on this, that I will give you as attachment because I will not give you the homework today. So just want to write the notes in the notebook. Okay. So hope you clear these my things, and the next video also you have to go through. In that video only 2 or 3 questions we are discussing, but we will not move rush in a rush because exams are going next coming, that is 20th our exams are starting. So I will not give you a burden to you. Only 2 or 3 questions we are discussing. Okay, so hope you clear these my portions. So you have to go through the 7th standard textbook thoroughly, then only this concept will be easy for you. Okay, so hope you all are safe and see you in the next video. Next video also you have to watch. Okay, so thank you.